So 3 parts. My alarm went off again, and I'm not connecting these videos. This is like fighting for separation. Um, it's change that happens by force. It's change that happens. I don't want to say in a violent. It could be violent. In a very chaotic way. It's change that happens like it's not a peaceful change. You know what I mean? So I think that's probably why you're also stuck, because it's just like, instead of thinking about the separation and why you needed to be separated and why things how they were, you're thinking more so of the nature of the separation. You're really stuck in that, like, damn, I shouldn't have said this. Why did I say that? I was so angry. Oh my God, they said that to me when we did that, and that wasn't cool. And you're thinking more so of the things surrounding it and what you could have did differently, and I wish they understood how I felt, and I understood them but they didn't understand me. Like, you're thinking more of all these things that in retrospect they are the little details that you should be thinking about later on. The bigger things are, this needed to end because of XYZ, and it did end. It's okay that it ended. I need to start forgiving myself for holding on. I need to start forgiving myself for not letting go. These are the bigger things that you should be focused on, but instead you're focused on the little insults that were thrown out. You're focused on when you lost your temper and you feel bad about that, and kind of having moments where you're kind of you're feeling regret for things that, it's like, okay, you felt how you felt. You were hurt. And you're kind of questioning your emotions right now. You're questioning your emotions. And almost feeling bad for them. Don't feel bad for how you feel. Definitely show remorse for how you behaved. For certain behavior. Not everything is like, oh my God, I'm such a bad person. Like, if you put your hands on somebody, you're wrong, right? If you said some messed up stuff to somebody, you were wrong. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. But I don't think defending yourself is something you should feel regret about. I don't think expressing how you genuinely felt and it's valid and it wasn't you manipulating anything emotionally is fine. If you left because you were hurt and you were fed up and you felt like you deserved more, or you just didn't want to be there hurt anymore, that's nothing you should be remorseful about. I think this is causing you to regret the wrong things. Again, there's a logic isn't being used effectively right now. Okay, let's get, that was the intuitive message that came through. By the way, we got the High Priestess. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. You intuitively know, like, how the details of the situation should be categorized. Like, you know what you did that wasn't okay, and you're aware of that. You know what they did that wasn't okay, whether they're aware of it or not. That's not your business, right? So that's another thing. You can't be worried about what they're aware of. Like, you can't make anybody be aware of anything. What they're aware of and what they come to conclusions about and what they decide is the reality and what the truth is. Their truth is not your truth. Two different things. Don't be worried about it. If it seems like they're not seeing it clearly, that's not your business. You shouldn't be worried about them in that regard. That shouldn't be what you're thinking about. You should be thinking about what you intuitively know is the truth. You should be trusting yourself right now. Like, this was wrong. Okay, I did this and it wasn't okay. I didn't receive the best from them. I didn't receive what I felt like was what I deserved. I feel like I deserve better. I know I could do this differently, and I plan on doing that differently. I plan on improving myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you should be handling this situation. Okay? You got the Page of Cups. This is also, again, practicing using your intuition. Okay, like, this should be something you're really focused on. Yeah. It feels like you've been making so many illogical decisions for so long. It's like you lost faith in yourself. You lost the trust in yourself. You don't trust yourself like you used to. Jeez. You got the Seven of Wands in the reverse with the King of Pentacles. Okay. So, I'll say this. I will say this. You can depend on yourself. There is some dependency within this union, this situation that we're talking about. But you're able to depend on yourself. You can do that. You don't need them to put a battery in your back. You don't need them to validate anything. I think you feel like once this relationship is over, you won't have anything, which is not true. For a lot of these readings, work has been a thing for people, or at least that's what I feel like. I can't think back that far. But work and business and career and what you put your energy into, like physically, these are things, they don't replace the love that's been lost. But they are things that remind you of your value, of your worth, of your skills, and how great you are, and how you are, you know, adequate. Just because you're not doing well with a person does not mean you're not doing well in life, or does not mean you're not going to ever do well because it's not working with a certain person. Like you're a failure. You're not a failure. Okay. I just had to get that out of there. So I do have a astro dice. Am I right? So this is for people that are really into astrology. I'm just an enthusiast. I'm literally still learning. I just learned something really cool yesterday. I don't feel like explaining because I kind of can't explain right now because I kind of forgot. But I learned it yesterday and it was really great. So this is for the astro enthusiast or like the pros, right? So I have some astro dice. I'm going to roll a house, a sign, and a planet. And you're going to look at your natal chart and you're going to see how these three dice, these three elements in your chart relate back to this reading. And how you can look at your chart to help you out with what came out in the reading. And I did not mean to do that. I already rolled your dice. I picked up the dice and I don't remember. Actually, yes, I do. It was Aquarius. You rolled your own sign. It was, okay. See, I remember. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot I wrote them already. Jesus, okay. Somebody stop me. All right, you rolled Aquarius, you rolled the third house, and you rolled a Venus, which is really on brand with the reading because Aquarius, your own sign. Where's Aquarius in your chart? Okay, so what I think that for your reading, where Aquarius is in your chart is where you should practice balancing that skill of detaching and what to really put your energy into, wherever that is in your chart. Third house is about like communication in your thinking, and we have this lack of like logical, like choice making and communicating, and I feel like there's something you need to communicate. And you need to reconsider how you're looking at this situation, because I don't think you're looking at it clearly. And also Venus. Venus is like how we love and like beauty and like money and things like that. So look at your values when it comes to romance. Look at your values when it comes to relationships. How do you want to be loved? Like, how do you want to be loved? And how are you sacrificing? Because this, oh God. Because this reading is also about like self-sabotaging. So how are you self-sabotaging the things you actually want? How are you betraying yourself when it comes to love and romance? And also, you know, for some of you, how can you turn this into, I hate turning everything into like a business or like a check, but I think some of you are learning a lot about relationships, and your knowledge is valuable. So it's like, how can you take what you've been going through, take what you've learned from all of these situations, and how can you help other people? You don't have to get paid for it, but again, feeling useful, feeling like, you know, it's not just about it's like reminding yourself that you are valuable. And you're not just somebody for people to shit on. And, you know, you're not a victim either. So, you know, like, you're not always a victim. So, like, how can you make use of these lessons, right? So, Aquarius placements, I really enjoyed this reading. You understand me? And I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.